Hey socialites, welcome back. And if you're new here, I'm Ariell. I do mainly beauty videos, fragrance, and a little bit of lifestyle. So if those are the type of videos you enjoy, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button and come join the family. So today is gonna be August favorites video. I know I'm super late, y'all. I missed y'all. I've been out of town for a little bit, so I do have an update coming up for you guys. So be on the lookout for that, and let's jump right into August faves. So first up is Pkwy's new foundation. We're going to start off with this because I feel like this was like the most anticipated release for August. It's the Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Foundation. I really do love the packaging, y'all. So luxe, absolutely beautiful glass bottle. So I did pick up the shade 20. I tried a couple shades. 20 for me seemed like the closest shade. 19 I could probably get away with, but this is a nice, beautiful formula. I've also worn it on a couple of videos that I've done so far, but this is a really pretty, luminous, hydrating formula. For me, since I have like that sort of normal to combo skin type, this will probably be like a fall winter foundation for me. So if you do have straight up oily skin, this may not be the foundation for you. Even the claims doesn't claim to be for the oily skin girlies, but nonetheless, this is a beautiful, flawless formula. It gives you about a medium-ish coverage, but I found that if you build it up, you can get close to full. LYS has launched some cream stick foundations. Was excited to try this. The brand did send it to me, so I was able to review it just about a day or two before it came out. But this is another hydrating formula, but they're pretty. I have two shades that match me actually really well. One is DG3 and one is TG7. Let me show it to you guys. And I do have a full review up of this one and the Pkwy foundation if you guys want more details on them. So this is the difference. The deeper one is probably the one that I'll wear more, but I can get away with the lighter one as well. But hydrating formula, I get decent wear out of it, and it just gives you that beautiful, creamy, smooth, flawless look to the skin, and it looks very skin-like. The Pkwy one does as well, but this gives to me a little bit more skin than the Pkwy one. If you have combo skin like mine, normal to combo or even oily, you would still want to use your best oil controlling primer with it. But I really like this. I like the way it looks and I like the way it wears. So Sephora collection has launched a mattifying pressed powder. Now it only comes in this one translucent like shade, and it does give matte, you guys. One thing about it is I don't feel like I'm the best person to sort of talk about this. When it comes to powders, I don't really like super matte powders. Gives kind of dry looking sometimes, but this one didn't look too dry because I prepped my skin really well. But one thing I noticed about this is it does slightly lighten the complexion. So if you use this, you really have to buff it in the skin really good, which is not a problem at all, especially for the price point. But being that I have so many other powders in my collection, I probably, gravitate towards something that's not as matte and something that I didn't have to work in as much. So for me, this one is just okay. So I was able to try Fenty Beauty's new blushes in August, y'all. So I picked up Summertime Wine, which is this berry color, and I also picked up the orange shade, and the orange shade is called Daiquiri Dip. These are actually some decent blushes, you guys. Some people absolutely love them. I like the fact that they're not too overly pigmented because these are some pretty bold colors. So I don't tend to wear my blushes like really bold unless everything else is super subdued on my face, nude everything, and then this just be my pop of color. So I like that about the formula. It's smooth and easy to work with. The only thing about it is, you guys, the finish of this it's not iridescent. There's a subtle sheen underneath that for me reminds me of the older Mary Kay formula blushes that you get in a little brick. you know, and you can stick it in your palette with Mary Kay. It kind of gives disco era blushes, in my opinion, which is not a bad thing. To me, my shirt today, kind of the neckline and the gathering gives disco era to me, so it doesn't have to be a bad thing, but I just don't know how I feel about it, because these are sort of like those blushes that my mom wore with that subtle type sheen underneath, but it looks good on the skin. So with these blushes, I'll probably have to play around with them a little bit more to see how I ultimately feel about them, because I've been using them quite a bit and I'm still like, Ariell, what do you think? Like, are you loving them? I do know I gravitate towards summertime wine a little bit more because I don't have a color like this in my collection. So I've been wearing this quite a bit. So this is probably a product that's also going to be on September's hits and misses. Keeping that same Fenty energy, let's talk about the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Sticks, y'all. Love, love, love. This is a love for me. I can't say enough good things about them. It has the perfect amount of pigment to it. They're really smooth and creamy. Tiny bit goes a long way. You don't have to turn it up much, just slightly. They're beautiful. It gives you a high shine like a gloss. It's something unique. The formula is different than anything else I have in my collection. And one thing I find about these, when my friends have these on, I can look at them and tell they're wearing this versus something else. I don't know. It's something about the sheen that it leaves and the way it lays on the lip. These are great. Now, mind you, I'm new to the sort of gloss bomb stick thing. I have one from Juvia's Place that I'm sort of testing out, but I don't have a lot from a lot of different brands. So I'm just going by what this is giving me, and I love it. So I'm not really comparing it to other formulas similar, if you get what I mean. So comment down below, let me know what brand of gloss bomb sticks do you guys love right now? So Laura Mercier has launched a new shade in her pressed powder, which is called Rose. Now this isn't the original Laura Mercier powder. This is the Ultra Blur formula, which I love the Ultra Blur formula. I typically wear it under eye, like in the highlighted areas mainly, not really all over. Great powder, great formula. It blends in like butter on the skin, and it gives you a beautiful blurred appearance to the skin, which I love. So I recently tried this Rose shade, which you guys it still looks translucent with a slight, ever so slight hint of pink to it, which is nice. Looks really great on the skin as well. The only thing about this is the shade is so close to the translucent shade. If you already have translucent, I just feel like you don't need this. It's just so similar. So Tom Ford has launched a new foundation, the Tom Ford Architecture or Architect Foundation, and I picked up a couple samples from Nordstrom. A young lady helped me out. She was so helpful, so knowledgeable about the brand and the new foundation in general. I do have a full review up of that foundation if you want to click right there and check it out. But it's a nice formula. It looks really good on the skin. Although I think this foundation is around $150, and for the wear time that I got with my sort of normal combo skin type, I just feel like I have so many other foundations that wear longer and look just as flawless that I couldn't justify spending $150 on that one foundation. So moving on to Danessa Myricks' newest concealer, which is Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Concealer. So the socialites really do like this one. I got the shade 11. During the month of August, I used it quite a bit. I tried to use it on almost every makeup video, or every time I did my makeup. I tried to get, you know, a better understanding of the concealer, and I like it. It's not dry at all. It has minimal creasing with this formula. She did a great job with this concealer, and I do recommend it. It's smooth. It gives great coverage with still remaining a thin product, which is important when you're using something for under eye especially. You never want to put anything too heavy in the under eye area. On pictures and camera, sometimes that looks really great, but trust me, in person, in real life, when a concealer is too thick or too heavy, you can see it. So next up is a product that I've had since, I want to say, like the last Sephora sale. I think so. So this is the Giorgio Armani Prisma Glass, and I've talked about this one before. It's in the shade 05, but I really gotten to know this one. I took it out of town with me, so this is the only sort of like gloss or balm type formula that I used for like 5 days straight. So I really did get to learn this product, which I'm excited about, y'all. But one thing I noticed about this is super hydrating, and you think, well, it's called Prisma Glass, it's supposed to be like a gloss, but this one, and I don't hear a lot of people say that, or maybe I hadn't watched enough people talk about it, but this is almost like a lip balm. This is so hydrating, and the way it does on the lip, it's almost like something that you could wear before you go to bed and wake up and your lips be very moisturized and hydrating. So to me, it's almost more of a balm rather than a gloss, because the shine on here is very minimal. So that's just something to note. So if you're somebody that wants a gloss, but you don't like the high shine, and you wanted something that's more hydrating like a balm, but then gives you a tiny hint of color, look into trying the Prisma glasses, because it feels really yummy on the lip. So Bath and Body Works had a $5.95 sale in the month of August. On top of the $5.95, I also had a 25% off coupon. So I basically paid like $4 and some change for their body care, and I did quite a haul, you guys. And I didn't a haul like me going in and hauling the stuff, but I didn't film it because most of what I got was the sensitive skin stuff for AJ. Like I got a ton of body washes and body butters, and even they had some new sort of sensitive skin like sprays too that were interesting. AJ loves them by the way. But my friend had been telling me about Covered in Roses and Pink Obsessed. Now, Covered in Roses is supposed to be a Parfums de Marly Delina dupe. Now, I love Delina Exclusive, which is the more ambery version of Delina, but the regular Delina was never really my jam. It was sort of so like tart and gardeny fresh, and those really aren't my favorite fragrances. There are some that I like that are gardeny fresh, but Delina I could never get with it. But this one, y'all, this smells so good. It smells so good. When I tell you Bath and Body Works has supremely stepped their game up. If you love Delina, if you love rose scents and very floral scents, go check this out at Bath and Body Works. It is beautiful. And so the other one I got was Pink Obsessed. And Pink Obsessed is actually a dupe for Valentino Donna Born in Roma, which is one of my faves. I recently picked up a full size of Donna Born in Roma, y'all. Oh my goodness, it's so close. Like, how did they do it? It definitely gives Donna Born in Roma. It's very robust and it smells amazing. These may be my favorite purchases or my favorite products that I tried in the month of August, to be honest. They sent me samples of the new body wash and the new body lotion from Moroccan Oil. Now, I love Moroccan Oil hair products, some of their shampoos and conditioners. Their oil is one of my staples for my hair care routine. And so I got these samples. This one's the shower gel and this one's the lotion. Now, the shower gel lathers pretty good, but my issue with it is the scent of this. There's a strong, really strong, almost to me pungent smell to it that may be a little similar to their hair products, but like on steroids. They put a lot of that scent in here, you guys. This was the first body wash that I ever used that I had to immediately wash it off. So hydrating, yes, but that scent, I just couldn't take the scent, y'all. So I wouldn't get a full bottle of this. If you've tried it, comment down below and let me know what you think about it. And the body lotion smells similar. And I opened it to smell it to see if it smells similar, and it did. So I don't know about the hydration because I didn't want the smell on my skin, but Hopefully they come out with a different scent of this so I can really test it out, because I like the brand, but this one was sort of a fail for me. I did want to mention the candle that I'm burning right now, which is from Bath and Body Works. It is the Cinnamon Spice Vanilla Candle. Now, I've told you guys, if you've been around here for a while, I've told you guys about that scent of that candle a few times, usually in the fall and winter months, but it's so good and it's that season again. So I'm finally burning a new candle. It takes me so long to burn out the candles that I use in here in the studio, but it smells so yummy. It smells good enough to eat, just very vanillic, a little bit of cinnamon, very warm. This particular scent is super robust, so no matter where you burn it in your house, it's going to smell up your entire home, which I love when candles are like that. I prefer a candle that smells up the downstairs, upstairs, and everywhere in between, y'all. So it's good. I just wanted to put it out there. So when they have the next candle sale, I really recommend getting their candles when they're on sale. So when they have the next big candle sale, I'll post it in the community tab, and y'all add that one to the list if you like those sort of fall yummy scents. So that's it for the beauty products on this month's favorite, but I wanted to add 2 restaurants. So I tried out Fleming's Steakhouse. I believe it was my first time going there, you guys, but I got a steak and it was excellent. And I tried a couple other things. Everything I tried that day, and it's going to be in an upcoming video, everything I tried was great. It was delicious. It tasted like my mom made the food. That's how good it was. And Mr. is a vegan eater, and everything he had was excellent as well. So good that he ordered another entree, and they had a vegan menu on there too, which was great. He even ordered a different entree to take home, which was like some sort of mushroom po' boy that was delicious. So highly recommend. I also got the butter cake. I tried my best to try the butter cake at every restaurant if they have it, because I love butter cake so much. 10 out of 10 the butter cake, y'all. It had strawberries baked into it, which I'm not really a strawberry on my dessert type of girly, but nonetheless, when I tell you excellent, the waiter said, you know what, try it anyway, I think you'll like it, and he told no lies. It was so good. And then the second place is during New York Fashion Week. While I was there, we visited Wolfgang's, which is another steakhouse, and once again, so good. I tried the steak there. It was enormous. The steak was about the size of my face, y'all, so I could only eat a little tiny portion of it. So I would recommend going with somebody who also eats steak, so you could split it, because there's no way you could eat that whole thing. And then it has shareable sides, so I got the lobster mac and cheese, which was 10 out of 10. The mac and cheese was it wasn't like a heavy cream mac and cheese. It was one of those thin type cheeses on it, sort of creamy, luxurious type mac and cheese, y'all. It was so good. I didn't get a dessert, but the food was so good I had to tell you guys about it. So that's it, y'all. I have everything that I mentioned today linked down below in the description box, and also I'll have it linked on the screen on that YouTube shopping tab if you want to check out any more about these products today. Comment down below, let me know what is something you tried in the month of August that you would recommend for me. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love for you to come join the family by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. 'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show me love, 'cause too fresh with the scars.